Could the Los Angeles Chargers news have just revealed the exact moment this season completely changed direction? Because, my friend, what happened on that Monday Night Football game wasn't just a game. It wasn't just drama. It wasn't just sweat. It was pure essence of resilience, heart, and the identity of a franchise that insists on defying logic, achieving the impossible, and giving life back to a fan base hungry for greatness. We're live for another episode made by fans for fans, and we dive into this sea of exclusive behind-the-scenes information. Let me ask you something right at the beginning. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment, because that greatly strengthens our work and ensures that you, part of the Bolt family, receive everything firsthand. And now, take a deep breath, because what comes from practices, the locker room, and closed-door meetings with the board will leave you mesmerized, intrigued, and even more in love with this team. Los Angeles. Chargers news is experiencing something special, something that seems small from a distance, but explodes when you look closely. Against all odds, when many thought the game was lost because of turnovers, mistakes, frustration, and moments that almost threw the game away, the Los Angeles Chargers went out there and showed soul, showed grit, showed that the improbable is just fuel for those who don't know how to give up. They snatched a gigantic victory over the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday. It wasn't an ordinary victory. It was one of those victories that define the future, that adjust course, and that rekindle the flame of what is possible within a season as chaotic as it is epic. And if there's one name that deserves to be placed at the top of this achievement, that name is Justin Herbert, the quarterback who simply performed a miracle on the field. Herbert took the field despite coming off a fracture in his left hand, the Las Vegas Raiders game against until just hours before kickoff. No one knew for sure if he would even be able to receive the snaps correctly. The pain was real. The risk of aggravating the injury was evident. Doubt hung over the entire team. But Herbert decided to go all in, showing once again why he is considered one of the most talented, resilient, and unstoppable players in the entire NFL. And his night was a mix of courage, improvisation, and pure survival instinct. The offensive line struggled, left gaps, exposed the QB to chaos, and Herbert faced an aggressive defense, even without Jalen Carter, being overwhelmed by the pressure during almost every snap. There were 7 sacks in the game, bringing Herbert to an absurd 45 sacks for the season, a number that would physically and emotionally destroy any average quarterback. But Herbert is not average. He evaded defenders as if glue were glued to his feet, improvised routes, stretched plays, reinvented plays that were already doomed. And in a detail that no one expected, he led the team in rushing yards, running for 66 essential yards and saving several plays that seemed completely lost. He played at his physical, mental, and emotional limit. He played injured, pressured, pursued, and still won. It was a spectacle of resilience, a message to the league, and a love letter to the fans. Herbert is the leader who carries the Chargers on his shoulders and keeps this franchise alive in the playoff race. And the playoffs got even closer. With a dramatic 22-19 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles, the Chargers reached a 9-4 record for the season, firmly establishing themselves in contention. Furthermore, if the season ended at that moment, the Chargers would be in the postseason. The victory was physical, intense, and decided in the final moments, exactly the kind of battle that defines who is truly ready to fight at the top of the NFL. And for those who couldn't catch their breath during the game, get ready, because there's more. Jim Harbaugh simply drove the NFL world crazy with his post-game statement. He placed that victory in the same category as the births of his 7 children and his marriage. The fans laughed, joked. The phrase went viral, and they embraced even more this coach who possesses a blend of genius, madness, and intensity like few others. Jim is crazy, but I love him. His wife is going to kill him. This madman is our coach. The fans cheered, commented, celebrated. And behind this madness lies truth. Harbaugh changed the team's culture. He changed the locker room. He changed the soul of the roster. The Chargers now have purpose, identity, and a standard of excellence that didn't exist before. But as every great story has its plot twists, here's one that could deeply affect the hearts of the fans. While the Chargers' defense is experiencing one of the most dominant periods in the entire NFL, a silent threat is beginning to grow behind the scenes. There's a movement happening outside the spotlight, and it involves one of the pillars of this success. The New York Giants are eyeing defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and not just for any position. they're considering offering him the head coach job, and it's easy to understand why. Jesse Minter completely transformed the Chargers' defense. Before him, the unit was the 24th worst in the league. Today, it's a machine. Against the Eagles, they forced 5 turnovers, threw 4 interceptions on Jalen Hurts, all the interceptions he had suffered in the rest of the season, plus a fumble recovery at a critical moment. The efficiency is absurd. The Chargers have the 5th best pass defense, allowing only 173.2 yards per game. They are the 2nd best team in interceptions per play, top 5 in sacks, top 4 in total yards allowed, and top 8 in points allowed. This right after leading the league in points allowed in 2024. The leap is gigantic. The name of this? Jesse Minter. On the other side, the Giants are disorganized defense, almost 6 yards allowed per carry, losing possession, fourth quarter collapses, more than 28 points given away per game, and a fired head coach. They desperately need a brilliant defensive mind, and Minter is exactly that. The question that hangs in the air, heavy as thunder, is, will the Chargers be able to hold on to Jesse Minter? Meanwhile, the Bolt family celebrates the victory, rejoices in the comeback, but also carries in their hearts the concern about what might happen off the field. The team is alive, strong, pulsating, ready to fight until the last second. The defense is dominant. The offense is explosive, even though Herbert is being tested to the limit. The culture is renewed. The spirit is one of contender. But the future depends on keeping the right pieces in place. And now I want to know, are the Los Angeles Chargers ready to fight for something great? Or does this story still hold another twist? Comment below. Leave a like if you believe. In chaos, disorganized defense, almost 6 yards allowed per carry, losing possession, fourth quarter collapses, more than 28 points given away per game, and a fired head coach. They desperately need a brilliant defensive mind, and Minter is exactly that. The question that hangs in the air, heavy as thunder, is, will the Chargers be able to hold on to Jesse Minter? Meanwhile, the Bolt family celebrates the victory, rejoices in the comeback, but also carries in their hearts the concern about what might happen off the field. The team is alive, strong, pulsating, ready to fight until the last second. The defense is dominant. The offense is explosive, even though Herbert is being tested to the limit. The culture is renewed. The spirit is one of contender. But the future depends on keeping the right pieces in place. And now I want to know, are the Los Angeles Chargers ready to fight for something great? Or does this story still hold another twist? Comment below. Leave a like if you believe.